Alright folks, we gotta talk about what transpired today. For those of you who have been living underneath a rock or on a cave in Mars, we got another name to add to the list of celebrity deaths in 2016. And normally, I don't really monkey around with this kind of stuff because frankly, I don't know, I just don't care. I mean, David Bowie is dead, doesn't really impact me. I was never a big fan of his music. What's her name from Everybody Loves Raymond dies? Like, I care. You know, like that means anything to me. You know, I didn't even know she was born, let alone died. And generally, I think the whole, celebrity death worship is pretty idiotic. You get people acting like they actually know them, which I think is actually a little bit insulting to the family of people who actually died. That you're mourning it like they actually impacted you, like you're their son or like a late, distant nephew or something. I think it's just pretty, immature and insincere and just completely, shameless, hero worship, which I'm never a big fan of. And I almost did a video when Merle Haggard died, but I didn't really feel like it because I don't really know what to say about that. I don't really know how long I can make a video out of it. But today, oh goodness, it's the end of Prince's purple reign, so to speak. He's dead at, I believe, 57, which is pretty young. And I think what we're kind of learning through the grapevine here, it's not official, but as soon as I heard it, I'm like, okay, everything makes sense now. Because Vanity died pretty young. A lot of Prince's other sexual conquests died pretty young. To me, and like I said, I cannot confirm this. This is not 100% in any manifestation. I can't say it with 100% accuracy. It hasn't been confirmed. But it's probably a good safe bet to say that Prince probably died from AIDS. I mean, all the signs are there. I mean, you just don't drop dead from a flu at 57. The guy, he's in the 80s. A lot of stuff happened. He went around freely-neely. He's a guy, all you gotta do is listen to, Darling Nikki once, and the guy was into some stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me. They want to keep it on the down low. But that's just my assumption. That's probably why I took him off the list. But yeah, beyond that, I enjoyed Prince. Thought he made some good music. I think he's one of those guys where, even if you're not really a fan of pop or whatever you call it genre, I mean, you go back and listen to 1999, and you go back and listen to Purple Rain especially. I mean, those are unquestionably two of the best albums of the 1980s. And the thing that I always really liked about Prince was the fact that, he was actually a musician. A guy like Michael Jackson doesn't really play instruments. He doesn't, record his music. He doesn't produce it. But Prince was a dude who played like 20 instruments. And I mean, you go back on YouTube, this guy, he could shred the guitar. Go watch the Super Bowl performance. Go watch him just killing that one Beatles song at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004. I mean, the dude was talented. Couldn't play the bass though. That's why you don't have any bass on Purple Rain. Something you should be aware of, in case you didn't know it. But I mean, the guy was a great musician. I mean, he's one of like those old school musicians who can play everything. And, had some great songs. Purple Rain itself is one of the best songs ever written. I can't deny that. Little Red Corvette, and what else he got? A lot of other stuff. His later stuff, really wasn't that great. When he changed his name into a symbol, I thought his music really went off the deep end. So, I mean, pretty much anything from 1987 onward, kind of, in my humble opinion, which is not scientific fact, just my observations, didn't think it was that good. But, 1999, Purple Rain, like I said, that's nothing to scoff at. That's a pretty good oeuvre alone, if you just did those two albums. And he left behind some great music. I don't really feel like sad. I'm not torn up. I'm not like crying. I don't feel like I lost a family member because I didn't. And in fact, I really don't think about Prince that often. Except for when, Purple Rain comes on the radio. And for whatever reason, the local radio stations here in Atlanta, they cut off the solo. Like, why? That's the best part of the song. It's one of the best solos ever. And they always chop it off and go to like Katy Perry. It's just really insulting to me. But what can I say? Prince, kind of a shocker. It's like they were when Michael Jackson died. Just didn't see it coming. And Prince is dead. It's tragic. He'll never be king now. And you know, one of those things about me, and you probably already assumed this, that I actually have like a backlog of jokes for when celebrities die. And Prince is one of them who I've kept a dossier on for a couple of years. So yeah, I just want to mark his passing by saying that, you know, today it's not the doves who are the only ones crying, because the elevator has officially broken down. Dearly departed, we are gathered here to not get through this thing called life. You know, pop life, I hear it's sweet, much like sweet Amazing Grace. Okay, that one didn't really go over well. Well, you know, I hear that one day all 7 will die. So I guess it's the first one. And, you know, Prince, he lived his life and his current predicament. He's, dude, go. This car will not go. It's in front of me. Sorry about that. You ruined my joke. God, it was a good punchline, too. Okay, let me go back. Yeah. But Prince, you know, he lived his life much like his iconic song, Little Red Corvette. You know, baby, he was just much too fast. And also, like the titular Little Red Corvette, he's going to be running into the ground very soon. Okay, I got one more. You know, looking back on 1999, he certainly made it many years beyond that. But you have to wonder, did he really live out the songs he wrote? Because I'm wondering, you know, if he was going to die, did he really listen to his body tonight? Or the day before? Because, you know, that's something live in 1999. Well, anyway, Prince is dead. That's all I got. How do you feel? Sad? Happy? Well, probably not happy. I mean, just share your fleeting comments. Whatever observations you have, we are a designated public forum. And tell me your favorite memory of Prince. Or if you don't like Prince, why don't you like him? Go ahead, it's your time to vent. And I'm just going to sit here and wallow